Okay? I'm going to read that. It's God talking, and he says, why spend your money on food that does not give you strength? And why pay for food that does you no good? Listen, and I will tell you where to get food that's good for your soul. Come to me with your ears wide open. Listen, for the life of your soul is at stake. I am ready to make an everlasting covenant with you. I will give all the mercies and unfailing love that I promised. I want you to circle ears wide open on that key verse, okay? Basically, it's God saying, if you're ready to invest in this relationship with me, I am ready to invest in this relationship with you. And the first step to changing your heart on the inside is to find out what God desires and then decide to make his desires your desires. And the first desire that God wants you to have, top of page 3, is a desire for personal integrity. A desire for personal integrity. Now, you hear that word thrown around a lot in leadership training conferences, especially in men's ministry. But what does it mean? Well, integrity means to be undivided. And that's next to the word, you write that, undivided. It's sort of like what I talked about earlier today. Undivided between what, Kenny? Well, between my beliefs and my values and my behaviors. Undivided between my words and my ways. Undivided between my attitudes and what I feel is the right thing to do and my actions. So how do we know that anybody has personal integrity? Well, let's do the next fill-in. I have personal integrity when I'm undivided between what I believe and how I live and think. I know I have personal integrity when I'm undivided between what I believe and how I live and think. And that doesn't mean perfection, guys. It just means that you're working to pursue that closure of that gap between what you believe and how you live and think. Now, integrity doesn't come about in a vacuum. You actually have to make decisions for the right or for the wrong in order to develop integrity. Let's read together. This is the interactive part. 1 Chronicles 29:17. Let's read it together. I know, my God, that you test the heart and are pleased with integrity. Circle test the heart. You see, you develop integrity when you make consistent choices for the same thing over time. You can have integrity, and do bad things. You can have integrity and do good things. You can have integrity as a communist, a hedonist, a narcissist, or materialist if you act consistently with your beliefs. Now, circle pleased with integrity. Okay, there's God's man talking to God about being undivided between what he believes and how he lives and thinks. And he's saying, God, I know you test me. You put me in situations where I have to choose to live out actually what the standard is and what I believe. And when I do that, your heart is made happy. You want to know what pleases God? Is that when you have personal and spiritual integrity.